Welcome back everybody to Teaching Through COVID. My name's Peyton Bush, bringing to you my daily takeaways and what it's like being a teacher, trying to teach and navigate our COVID school year, 2020-2021. Again, like I said, just daily thoughts, daily ideas, things going on in my classroom, things going on in my district, what it's like, again, to be an educator during this crazy time right now with COVID and everything else going on. So, to begin, like I said, day 8 today. We've now been in class with students for 8 days. It's hard to believe we've already almost completed. We have tomorrow left, and we've gone through 2 weeks of school already. Granted, I know we still are behind other districts all around us, but still, hard to believe 2 weeks in. It's been going well. A lot better this week than last week, now that we've gotten a lot of the kinks kind of taken care of, and everybody's kind of a little bit more comfortable with this online virtual learning and teaching, so this week has been a lot smoother. So here are my 5 takeaways from day 8, Thursday, September 17th. So number 1, I'm not sure if I'm using my asynchronous time yet properly. I think I am. Actually, I know I am. I just feel odd about it because I haven't started any content. So I'm trying to reach out to students that are still missing quite a bit instead of reteaching and going back over things, because right now I don't have anything to reteach or go over. So I'm spending it trying to reach out to kids and families. There are teachers, I believe, that have started doing content, so they have started holding office hours to help students out. But again, I haven't started content yet. I wanted to work out all the kinks, get the kids used to the programs, making sure they understand how to use them before I really tried to then teach them science, because they're not going to learn any of the science if they can't even find it, don't even know how to submit it. So I kind of stressed making sure we understood what we were doing before we started that part. Takeaway number 2, I like Zoom. I like the poll feature in Zoom. It's an easy way for us to use a question to get a quick check for understanding, a nice little kind of see where the kids are, because they may not want to unmute themselves to answer or ask questions. They may be still scared to type in chat. So using polls is nice. However, I wish there were a way to move poll questions from meeting to meeting, so I didn't have to create the poll for each and every meeting or class, whatever, that I'm doing. So that's my only complaint about that. It is still handy. I still like it. It's a nice feature. I just wish that was kind of thrown in there. And there could be, and I just haven't found it yet. But as of right now, like I said, that's my early assessment. Takeaway number 3, today I noticed I didn't have a lot of students really using their camera. I'm really not sure why. Again, it's probably just a peer pressure type of thing. When there's not too many other students with their camera on, they're more than likely going to keep their camera off. And really, us teachers have noticed that it really is determined by the first few kids that join class. If they have their cameras on, the rest of the class is more likely to follow suit. If they have their cameras off, then again, the class is likely to follow suit. So that could be it. I still try to advise and try to get my kids to get their cameras on. But again, you win some, you lose some. It could have just been one of those days for everybody, and that's fine too. So, takeaway number 4. Today we had our first PLC as an 8th grade science group. I feel like I did strike a nerve when I said that I haven't started content yet. They started this week with content. They're already giving a quiz tomorrow. But when I had mentioned that I hadn't looked at any content yet with 7th or 8th graders, kind of the response and reaction I got was as if it was disappointing to them. But again, there's no real rush. We'll get to the standards when we get to them. But right now with this year, everything's going to be just a disaster the way it is. So it's okay, I guess, in my opinion, that we take a little bit of extra time, make sure everybody's okay, and again, just make sure they understand how to use the program. So you can take all the time in the world making all the stuff on Canvas, but if the kids can't access it and can't find it, then you really just wasted all your time. So that's why I went so slow, that's why I took my time. Again, I was trying to learn the ins and outs as well. So that's just, I don't know, something that struck me today from my PLC, so I guess I better just take it with a grain of salt and not look into it. I know I will overanalyze it, but that's okay. And then my final takeaway from day 8, Oh, yeah, sorry, I have my notes and I was trying to figure it out. But my fifth takeaway, so my students are making flip grids to introduce themselves, to say their name, list a couple of their favorite things. Ultimately, so I know how to say their name, one, for the Zoom and when we get in class, and two, it's just a nice way for them to introduce themselves to one another, and I've explained that to the kids, and they get it, they understand it. But I've started watching those today, and the ones that I got through are pretty sweet. Man, I'm really proud of my kids. They went above what I was expecting. I mean, my expectations weren't that high, because it was just say your name, favorite color, favorite movie, song, book, and your favorite class. But I had some kids that were going outside to do it. Some kids would go find their pets and had their pets in it, and it was really cool. It's nice to see everybody kind of interact and do those things. It's nice the participation I've already got. I'm excited to see the other responses that we get in. So, yeah, I like Flipgrid. It's the first time I've used it, so it's something I'll probably try to use a lot more in the future, because it is kind of cool. It does give them a chance to, again, record themselves sharing a response, in this case, just who they are. So, those were my 5 day 8 takeaways. Again, here in Iowa City, kind of a hot spot. I think our rates are finally going down. Monitoring that. We have been 100% online for the past 2 weeks. We will be 100% online for 1 more week, and the plan is to return to class September 28th. Let me double check. Yes, September 28th is the hope and the goal, to be back in class. Hopefully we are. So with that being said, have a great rest of your Tuesday. Have a great rest of your week. Again, as always, be nice to your friend, wear your mask, drink your milk,